Hello and a very good morning to you from Alvin's at Santa Juliana. Yes, yesterday we had a successful day looking at the drainage and planning the drainage, and today I'm going to go out and actually do a bit of drainage work. So first of all, I had a meeting with the plumber, Gemmel and Alvin, and we've talked about what bits and pieces we need. I've actually measured up, we measured up the actual lengths of drainage that we're going to have yesterday. So that's all good. So we're going to go and buy the parts now, and we're going to get out and put a couple of drains in, because some of those water stations really need it, okay, like badly, and they're starting to flood some of the areas. So let's get into it. I haven't got much time today, so let's rip into it and go and get the parts and do the drainage. Well, I've come down to the local hardware at good old Patling. It's a great little place. It's a humming little place. The kids are happy, munching out. But look, we're here to get the drainage, and we've priced it up, and it's just right here. Comes to what, 8,060 pesos for all those bits and pieces. So I won't go through them. We'll actually see what's happening up there, and yeah, well, let's get into it, because they're preparing the order around the back for us right now. Okay, let's go and get the parts and get this drainage system in, because I'm really needing that drainage and that to all work really well. All right, got our little parts list here, and we'll just go around and see what we're loading up. Hey guys, here it is. This is the drainage. Yeah, it's black. I've seen different colors. I mean, blues for water, like fresh water. They use black for, I suppose, drainage or wastewater. This is a bit more economical. I mean, it's still robust. I think we got 2-inch and 3-inch. Yeah, so that's what we worked out yesterday. It was really helpful that we had Alvin around and we had Gemmel around. We were discussing the water station drainage system, and we're pretty efficient, and we worked it all out pretty quickly. And now we're down the next day sorting it all out, the drainage, and I'm really happy, because I didn't want to leave here tomorrow and just leave those sort of issues in the village without addressing them straight away. Yeah, so putting a halt on the other water stations, which is 8, 9 and 10, in preference to the drainage system, I think is a really good decision. And yeah, I reckon we can knock a couple of these drains off today. So let's get out to Janjan and put all this stuff in the ground and make the village a drier place. Oh, Janjan, got his elbows. Got to have your elbows in the morning. I wonder what else we can look at in here. Oh no, let's go, let's get out there. All right, so Janjan's just doing a good job tying all that on really firmly. I mean, look at that. I'd certainly have a few issues with taking this into the area where we're going, but they do trust the locals, and they can just see it's just plain, drainage sort of work and material that they're going to use. So, but if I brought it in, it would be a little bit more challenging. I'd have to put a bill of materials out to the Navy people, sorry, the Army people. I'd have to, get permission and that. So I'll leave it up to these guys to do, and so they don't have any issues at the checkpoint. Okay, that is it from the hardware, the local hardware. Janjan's got the responsibility. All right, we're going. All right. Let's. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, well, I've just arrived at Janjan. Look, before we get into the drainage today, I just wanted to have a quick look at the work that I missed out on yesterday afternoon. Water station number 6 is done, and guess what? People are using already. Here we are. This is station number 6, and we discussed the drainage system going down there into some sort of tank for distribution into the ground, or leaching into the ground. So that's the solution for this particular water station, and this is priority number 2. Priority 1 is the other one down at water station number 4, and we'll get in there in a minute to look how they're getting on with the drainage creation. Okay, so while we're up here, let's go down to number 7, because number 7 got done yesterday. And I'm really pleased how quickly these guys can roll these water stations out. It's pretty amazing. There's the trench there, and it's even been laid, all the piping, or some of the piping's been laid under there. All right, so trench has been dug for water station number 7, which is down here, but we haven't actually started. Actually, I did tell Gemmel, don't do any more work until we get the drainage sorted out. So this is number 7. I thought it might have been started, but it hasn't. But that's fine. We can now focus on the drainage, because that is the priority at this point in time. And before we continue, already there's more trenching dug down for water stations. Oh my God, it goes down the end of the road. Gee, it goes a long way. So talking all the way down to stations 9 and 10. Ah, hey. Chief, hey, kapow, yeah.
Yes, okay.
Well done, good job.
Okay.
Good. You did this all yourself? You did everything? You?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chief, and he's at it again. He's ready to go. You're ready to help again. All right. I love this guy. He's always friendly, and he always helps out. And I'd love him to be my chief and my dad. Anyway, let's get into the drainage. Okay, we'll see you, Chief. See ya. He makes me really happy because he's always happy. Okay, we are at water station 4. This is the one that has the most serious drainage problem. So it is the priority, and we're working on it right now. So Gemmel's just looking at putting some elbows on here, or an elbow at the outlet.
Did you put the barretta?
Alright, just got some minor excavation work here, just so we can fit the elbow on. Meanwhile, we are still using the water station. I'm very interested to see how they're going to solve a couple of these problems, and mainly the one I see is this issue here, because we've got to direct the water this way. That goes downhill and connects up to water station number 5. At the moment, the water is draining the other way, and the opening's over there. So I think a further bit of planning would have been handy here to put the outlet here, but we didn't have drainage as an item to even consider. Anyway, you've got to learn how to adapt to changes of things. So we're doing that, and we're just improvising. But now we've just got an extra issue of trying to direct the water away from these houses here. Now, this is proving more challenging than what I expected. We're trying to find a nice, gentle gradient or flow, and we've got issue like this little culvert here. So we're just trying to work out the best path. We do not want a pipe that goes down and up. It's always got to be continually running down for good drainage, and so any debris that gets in there doesn't get caught in any sort of gully that we're going to dig. So we don't want to have elevated drainage pipe. This is the issue with the topology here. But it looks like we're going down fairly deepish. So we're going to start there. Let's get the camera down at the right angle. That's where our drain's starting, and it's going to go down here for this solution. Right, it is time to bring in the heavy artillery. Yep, not just the instrument, but a bit of more manpower here. A bit of fresh legs or fresh arms. And look at this guy go. Watch out. There is dirt flying absolutely everywhere. And actually, if I had a tool, I'd be in there too, because I love this sort of work myself. I love digging, I love chopping up things, and I do miss having a house. Now that I'm traveling a lot, I'm not around my house anymore. Actually, I don't even have a house anymore. I've just been staying at apartments, so it suits me fine. But yeah, I do miss having a house and just doing bits and pieces on the weekends. Well, anyway, I've got a bigger project to worry about now, and that's a village. And that's my house I can work on. So Gemmel's just gluing it all together. His little piece of engineering, bit of construction there, using elbows, custom making it to go in there. And as you can see, the hole is dug, the trench is getting dug, it's progressing well. Going down here. This is the path we've chosen and linking up down to go to water station number 5 down there. Right, plan is coming together. Oh yeah, so the issue we're having right now is these particular pipes, even though they're made of PVC, they are a bit flexible. They're not that flexible when you're trying to bend them around topology like this. So they've got a little bit of flex, but not a lot, so you can't have any sort of tight corners. It's got to be pretty much direct from there all the way over to link up to the main trench. It just takes a bit more time just to work that all out and make sure those particular pipes go in without bending or creasing. I think this is proof of about not bending these particular pipes too much, because they do buckle just like that. We're just trying to get round this simple little corner here. It's, I say, over challenging. We're going to have to do more of this around the tree out, not too much, because we're just sort of bending a few too many of the lengths of pipe at the moment, and a couple of them are buckling. And we don't want to go out and buy, 45-degree angles. And probably we should have bought a few just to get around those little corners like this. But this is a better solution. Saves on elbows or 45-degree angles. And it's only for wastewater anyway. Well, I would say wastewater for grey water. Yeah, I know we're into the drainage today, but I just cannot help myself feeling so happy when I'm seeing everyone use these water stations. They're packed. I can't even use them because there's kids around them all the time. And this has saved the kids from trumping all the way down the hill, all the way down to the rice fields, manually pumping it all out. They've got a lot of free time on their hands, so they're still got to go and fetch the water from the taps, but they don't have to go all the way down to the bore area. So this makes me really, really happy, and it touches me because I can see immediately that I'm making a big difference. And it helps because I've been at this project for a long time before I've delivered water. So I'm on a bit of a high. So we're going to get back to the drainage in a minute, but I just thought I wanted to point that out. Yeah, having a bit of a moment, and a happy moment. All right, they're making fast work of this. They've already laid the piping a good probably 15, maybe 20 metres already. Gemmel's engineering a little bit of magic here. It's playing with mud again, cement. Just making sure that we're going to funnel that excess water down the desk bend. Down the elbow, I should say. Now, Gemmel the plumber thinks he can do some concreting like Janjan. Let's see how good he is at this sculpturing around the outlet. He's going to get his hands dirty. He's not used to this concrete on his hands. He's used to other stuff on his hands, mainly water-based things. So I hope his fingers go all right. But it's just sort of just moulding a channel around the pipe.
I don't know how to concrete. John! John!
You're in a Janjan, the concreter. Never give a concreting job to a plumber. He's going to give it a go. He's going to waste a lot of time. But look, at least he does give it a go. But Janjan to the rescue. Here he comes. He'll go, that's never a problem. Just watch this. He's going back to his plumbing. All right, Janjan. The master. That's his art. He knows how to do these things. Yeah. he's good with his concrete, and I think he likes this. It's not just a boring old slab. It's actually custom making things, and bit of artwork, really, bit of sculpturing. All right, he's just smoothing it now with a wet trowel. Gives it a nice smooth finish. Not bad. All right, now Janjan's finished with the drain and concreting it in. I'll just show you the length they got so far. We've partially covered that, but here we go along here. And we've gone into the ground. Yep, gone into the ground further, and comes along here. Can't bend this stuff too much. And we're very mindful of that. We've got a nice big corner here, and it looks like we are putting on some 90-degree angles to get the right angle around this corner. This is quite a sharp corner. We can do it with a few. Alright, so this is the length of the room. And here it is, here's water station number 5, and that's where the 2-inch is going to end here, and we're going to have 3-inch all the way down this hill here. I'm really hoping, and I reckon today they'll get this one done, and I'm looking at getting another one done. But this is the main one, this is the big one, and it will cover 2 water stations. And look, I must say, people are just dumping their water out in the street, so if I provide a drainage system for them, they can just go to the water stations and empty their laundry, their washing, whatever they want, their wastewater through this system instead of dumping it in the village. All right, we're well and truly into this first drain or drainage system. We're here at number 5 water station. This is where the 3-inch is going to go down, and the 2-inch goes up to station 4. So here is the station 5, and this is how far they've got already. This is good. So we're only a few meters from station 5. All right, that's great. I wish I could make this a little bit more exciting for you guys, but it is just basic plumbing. But I just thought it's important to show the issues that I have and how we resolve them, and how we actually work to resolve them, and the manpower we get, which is pretty amazing, and the results that we get, and they're pretty amazing too, and all the hardware that we can get, and that's just around the corner. So it's even more amazing that we can just get this fairly local, like within 10 minutes we can get anything we basically want to do with plumbing. All right, this is good. Oh, okay, I thought I'd leave the boys for a few hours while I did a few other things. So I've just returned to Yiyang, and yeah, stations 5 and 4 are done. So here's 5. This is the one that's closest to the rice fields down there, and this is the 3-inch piping that's under here now. So they've laid all that, and it goes a long way down. Actually, I'm just going down further. They haven't actually dug it in yet. Oh, actually, they've gone a long way. They haven't connected it. I think there's a few more things need to be done here. Actually, I don't know where the boys are. I mean, this has been done. They've got a little bit of a dog leg here sort of thing, which they need to connect up, and it goes down into the rice field. So I feel they've got to probably put this on the ground. But anyway, I better go and find them. Yeah, I don't know where they are. I've been to station 4, I've been to water station 5 just then, and seen this plumbing work or this drainage work, and They are not to be seen. Maybe they're up at station number 6, because that has to be done, or I think they're going to start that today but not finish it. But I would like to see this one finished, because I don't know, it's the biggest one, it's the longest one, and it was causing the biggest amount of grief, water station 4, with the flooding through the houses. Anyway, good job. And it is a good sized drain that's been made. Gemmel! Gemmel! Gemmel, where are you, mate? Janjan! I don't know, they've taken off. They may have had an early mark today. So, well, it's back tomorrow, I suppose. But I better check. I'll text them, find out. But yeah, they just didn't tell me. Anyway, it's okay. They'll be back tomorrow, I'm sure, to do station number 6. Anyhow, that is all it is for today. We'll be back tomorrow to do station 6, and then we'll wrap up this vid, because the drainage is well and truly underway, and we've got the main one in, but we just haven't got it connected down there. So they'll finish that one off tomorrow, and we'll get station 6 done. Okay, see you tomorrow. Hello, and we are back at Janjan this morning. I'm just going to wrap up on this drainage video that I'm making. Yeah, yesterday we had a number of things that we had to resolve. I won't go through all what they were, but it was interesting to get it all laid out and all done, and at least stations 4 and 5 are pretty much well on the way having their drainage system completed. Anyhow, today I'm just going to wrap it up with water station number 6, which is just here. I think they started some work on the drainage system here. First of all, I'll just look at the water station, because again, it makes me very, very happy to see all this happening all the time. This thing is never, ever, ever dry. There's always someone filling up tanks or buckets and things. And look at all those buckets here, those containers over there, and this is water station number 6, and they're all like this. And so when we get 7, 8, 9, and 10 pumping, well, the whole village will be just, flocking to these water stations. Anyhow, I'm going to take you to the other side of that water station, because this is where we're doing some drainage. Now we're going to actually set up a different drainage system here, because we can't just flow it out into a river, into a creek, into the bush and that, because it goes onto a road. So I've just come down the road on the other side of station 6, and there he is. Hey, Gemmel. He's in the heat here. Actually, what a good place to work. Hey, Gemmel. He's a bit exhausted. I mean, it's early in the morning. I'm not too early, but he's been going for a while, and this is hard work, digging a trench. Well, actually, he's digging a hole so we can put a big container in there that will take all the runoff from water station number 6, which is just up there, as you can see. So this is the main path the drainage of the water will take down here. And instead of draining onto the road, which should be, it'll be pretty sort of yucky to have the road continually wet and it flooding all the time, because people want to use the water stations, and I want to put in a laundry facility as well. So we'll be flushing laundry water down here as well, which is just grey water, it's not sewage. Anyway, back to the hole. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a 200 litre drum in there. Okay, we're going to sink it down. We're going to cut off the bottom of it, and so we can drain any excess water into that drum, and it should seep into the ground. Okay, that's the plan. That's what Alvin sort of mentioned would be a good solution for here, instead of just dumping it out on the road here. And I tended to agree. I think that's a really good idea. Anyway, there is a lot of work involved with this one, so that's why I thought I'd just show you quickly what we're up to before I take you down to water stations number 4 and 5, well, particularly 5, to see how they're going with that long 3-inch drainage pipe into the rice fields. Okay, we're just down inspecting water station number 4, and I have noticed that there's some drainage here, some water here. I don't know if that's from rain last night. I do see some telltale signs of some water running down from the water station, but this water station has got a drainage system here. So So I don't know what's going on. Maybe this house here's poured some water out, or someone's just flushed some water down here and it didn't go down the drain. But I've got to improve on that, or it's just a one-off thing anyhow. That's why I'm here to analyse the next day what is going on and what is going wrong, because you got to fix these things. You just can't leave these things, and as a project manager you got to do it right. You can't say, oh, that's fine, that'll be right, oh, they'll deal with it. No, you got to do a good job, and if something's wrong you got to make sure you fix it, and next time you design it better. All right, we're going down to station number 5, water station number 5, because this is the one that wasn't actually completed yet. And oh no, it's wet as it's soaking wet. And yeah, we got a significant problem here. Now this concrete's been ripped off somehow. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of things happen overnight when you're not here, but this is not capturing the water the right way. Well, I'm gonna have to redesign this. This is obviously gonna have to be sunken down. And look, I don't know. I'm going to talk to Gemmel. I'm going to talk to Janjan, the concreter, and say we've got a significant issue here, which must be resolved, because it's just, look, it's just wet all the way down. What's the point in laying that cable, that particular drainage pipe? Okay, all right. I've got some work to do, and I've got to go back and do it, I suppose. I've got to go and talk to Gemmel and find out if he knows about these issues, if he's inspected any of this work, because yeah, I'm not a happy chappy this morning, and it's just a reflection of how my day's going actually. My laptop's stuffed up today, or this last night, and I can't upload any videos at the moment, so I've got to resolve that issue. I'm leaving the area today just for a few days, but I'll be back. But I didn't expect these issues this morning. Anyhow, that is life, and just got to move ahead and resolve these issues, okay? Just don't give up. Oh look, you know, I can't blame really anyone for this sort of thing going wrong. I did notice that the villagers were using all these water stations way before the concrete had dried, and I actually had to monitor one of them for 1 or 2 hours, so the kids weren't playing around with it. So look, I'm not blaming anyone. I just should be thinking about these things ahead in advance and making sure that they do not use those water stations for at least 24 hours after the concrete's been laid. Because look, it's a little bit obvious that if you wet concrete, you're gonna weaken it. Hello, maganda umaga. Yeah, look, it's pretty obvious. You want to let concrete dry. It will weaken it if you keep wetting it. So maybe that contributed to it, but look, I don't know. I just think the design of the water stations need to be a bit better when it comes to the drainage system. So I'll be talking to Gemmel, maybe doing some few illustrations. But we got to sort of patch this one up, because water station number 5 is important purely because it goes to a very smelly area, and you don't want it too wet down there and turn it into mud, because it is pretty much mud down there already. So if you add a lot more water to it, it's going to be worse. Okay, so we're at station 4, where we've got this slight issue here. This is fine. This is working. Doesn't look fantastic, but at least it's functional. But it's number 5 that we've got the issue at. Yeah, all right. So had a chat to Gemmel about this. We're trying to work out what actually happened. I mean, to smash concrete like this takes a bit of effort. This is quite actually strong concrete. So I think yesterday it may have had a bit of intervention, maybe some standing on, some playing with, some wobbling, just to weaken it. So what I've asked Gemmel to do is basically lower this down a little bit, and then concrete all the way around, give it a nice big area so it can't be moved around too much, and it's solid, and hopefully that'll work. Okay, that'll happen this week, I think. Okay, thank you, Gemmel. Okay. Yeah. I'm not even going down there. It's looking pretty gnarly, slippery, muddy, but I'm sure they'll get all the rest of that work done sometime today or even tomorrow. Down there's the black pipes. They've got to put those in the ground and get them to the rice fields. Anyhow, Gemmel, being a plumber, he's now delegated the task of being project manager, which I've got confidence in him because he's doing the main thing and he can engage anyone he needs to do the work, you know, the manual work. But it's him today by himself. So there's no Janjan. It's just Gemmel working away, digging the holes, and I'm working on water station number 6. And trying to work out how to resolve problems with water station number 5 drainage. And hopefully water station number 4 doesn't have a problem when I'm next here. Oh, you got something to say, have you? Hey? Hello? They're all noise around here. The animals, they're just noise. They're harmless. You go to pat them and they run away. This one's alright. Yeah. He's having a sniff. As long as he doesn't have a bite or a nibble. Okay, so now those little jobs get done, it is time to wrap up this video because I'm out of here. But first we'll just check in on station number 6, the drainage system they're building here. And we're back at the hole. And Gemmel, he's dug a hole. My God, it's deep. And it's very round as well. How did you get it so round? That's perfect for a tub or a bin, a 200 litre container. We'll go in there, we'll cut the bottom off it. And even though it's clay, it looks like it can leach fairly well. All right, so from there, we're just gonna go dig a trench. Well, actually, already this trench has been started to be dug up through there to water station number 6. Okay, and there it is, just down here. So that is the solution. That's a drainage solution for water station number 6. All right, this is where we're going to leave the episode on drainage. Okay. All right, so I just got to remind you, got to get out there and live your dreams. It doesn't matter if they're small dreams, medium or large. Just get out there and start living them. Okay, before it's too late. Okay, so I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. All right. I've got to do it, haven't I? I've got to get inside. Okay, I'm going to jump inside. Yeah, I thought I'd just jump inside the hole. All right, fill me in. I'm a kid sometimes, yeah. I love digging, I love tunnels, I love caves, and I don't mind being in this hole because it's nice and cool. All right, see ya.
Live your dreams.